Hey coaches, my name is Becky Schrader and I am your Beachbody coach. I got this question again today, so I figured it's time to make a video. The question is how do you make these thumbnails that have like a consistent uh, image over the top, right? So for day 4, day 3, or like if you're going to do an entire, program recap or something like that, how do you make your thumbnail images consistent without spending oodles of time creating them every day? Right? So I wanted to show you what I have done to simplify this so that I can get my videos posted and give them a consistent look and feel every single day without spending a lot of time on it. All right, so I'm going to show you how I do my challenge group video cover. All right, so first thing I do obviously is I get my video onto my laptop. I open it up and I actually shrink it down a little bit just so I can see. And then I literally just drag this thing through the video until I see something that looks fun, engaging, right? You want something that's kind of interesting looking. That looks good. What I do is I use my Mac to take a screen capture of it. Boom. Close the video. Right? It says that I took my screenshot. So the next thing I do is I come to my browser. I open up pickmonkey.com, which is like my favorite website ever. I click on edit. I go to my screenshots folder. I pick the image capture. All right, here we go. So you saw on my page, right? I've standardized on a black circle with green text over it with that particular font. So I come to my overlays area, pick a circle, drag it over here to cover up the microwave. All right, just kind of make it big enough to cover things. Sorry, my PC runs really slow when I'm making a video. All right, that's great. So here's the trick. Here's how I made this efficient for myself, right? Rather than recreate this every single day, what I did is I made a little note in my notes app and I said June challenge group post or videos or whatever, right? And so I just wrote all this stuff out on day 1 before I started making these video uploads. So I said, okay, here's the consistent naming of the actual video I want to use on my laptop, right? So I can find stuff easily. And for my YouTubing, here is the stuff, right? So this is the text that I want to have overlaid. This is the font that I want to pick. This is the size of the words, and I'll show you this in a second. This is the font color, so I don't have to go and try and match the color every day. And then when I save off the image that I'm creating here, this is what I'm going to name it again, just so that my brain can find it when I go searching for it later. When I upload it to YouTube, this is going to be the name of the video post, and then this is the stuff that I'm going to put in the description, which just directs people on how to contact me. Okay, so spend 5 minutes and make this little note, and then that way when you come to create these every day, you can just copy and paste and make life easier for yourself. All right, so as an example, this is day 5, so I'm just going to copy this. I'm going to come over here to the text area. I'm going to click Add Text, and put my cursor in the text and paste. Okay. The way I like to do these is I like to have a new line for day 1 for June Fitness and Challenge. I'm going to center the text. I'm going to highlight it all. Oops. And I'm going to come over here to the font that I want, which is this one because it's up at the top. I've been using it frequently. Click on it, everything updates. Okay, but this is not the sizing that I wanted. So like I said, in my notepad, I had made a note about what size of fonts that I set when I first created this the first time, right? And got the format the way I wanted it. So the first word, day, is size 126. So what I would do is I would just highlight this, click over here and type in 126, enter. Suddenly it's big. Next one is 48 and the next one's 54. So same thing, just repeat. boom, 48. And this one, 54. Okay, so now everything's sized the way I wanted it. Next thing is to fix the color. Again, what you don't want to do is be over here doing this for hours trying to figure out what color green you used. So you'll notice whenever you drag this around that this little number up here changes. That's the color code. So what I did is I copied that color code the first time I used it, and I just pasted it over here. I come over here and copy it again. Got all my text highlighted. Click over here, paste it in, hit enter, and voila, now it's the right color green. All right, drag this on top of your circle. You want to stay super consistent with your sizing of everything. Oops, sorry, I forgot to do this. This is actually day 5. Anyway, if you want to stay super consistent with your sizing of everything, you leave your text the same size and then adjust your overlay to, be just big enough to cover the text, right? This is just nitpicks, but if you want to be super consistent, that's what I would do. And again, you can move it around if there's something in your background you particularly want to cover up, like your microwave, just drag it around until you get it to where you want it. However you want to do that, right? It's up to you. But long story short, that has saved me a lot of time. The last thing I do is, because I video these in my kitchen and my lighting in there is pretty bad, is I come to this basics edits and I go to exposure and I click auto adjust. So it fixes the coloring on my images. Okay, apply. Last thing I do is save, pick Sean, which is the highest quality image. Save to my computer. I pick my covers photo, and then last thing is I go back here and I say, okay, what did I want to name it? This. So I don't even have to think about that. I just got to change the day. Save. Okay, so other than this tutorial walking you through it, that takes me about 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes to do every morning after I make my video. So while this thing is uploading and processing, which takes forever, I can do this. I come over to here and I say, okay, what did I want my YouTube title to be? Copy that, paste it in here, fix the date. Lately I've been giving a little description so that I can remember what I was talking about in the video. And then again, I just paste in here that text that I had included right down here, right? The stuff that I want to be able to direct people to find my video, or I'm sorry, contact me. Anyway, that's it. I picked my challenge group, and then here's where you're going to use this thumbnail. Click on custom thumbnail. Where is it? So, there it is. Okay, so typically it's going to come right to the folder that you last used, but either way, you could always search for the name of the file since you know what the format is, right? It's not a mystery. So what I do is I pick my image, click open, it uploads, and I hit publish. When that thing is done processing, it will publish, and you will see over here, that's a different video, and you'll see over here that thumbnail. So just as a reminder, guys, that's what I'm showing you, is how do you create these thumbnails that have a consistent look and feel. All right, hope this was helpful. Bye.